Well, that's a creepy laugh to start the
Are
recording
you
out with.
scared? It's always scary when I tell you I have a joke that I'm gonna tell,
Well, you also
but
that's
then don't
also
tell you.
the start of the video, so is that
You
laugh
know,
you just did.
I'm glad, I don't know if it's better or worse than the warm up that I had.
Welcome everybody back to the Soulscast. My joystick is like very screwed up. Anyways,
How do I play this game?
how do you play this game? You push buttons. I died somewhere. I don't know where my souls are. I don't remember what we were doing last.
Quick, gang, let's check the comments for clues.
Oh, that's right. We were going down the trees and I fell.
Oh my gosh, there. Oh no, there. No.
Yes.
No. Okay. You want to do my world since I can't get to you?
Yeah,
Or
that
you
might
might
be
just be able
helpful.
to grab your souls quick.
I can go check. Anyways, while we're doing that, we was gonna talk about stuff today. We're gonna talk about the apocalypse, or different takes on it.
My perspective on it is
Before
that
we do that,
okay.
whose turn is it to pray?
Uno momento, por favor.
Because I honestly don't remember.
7. I think it is your turn.
You think it's my turn? What episode is this?
Yes, because last episode I did.
Okay. So I'll say a word of prayer, and we'll then jump into our nonsensical discussion. So Lord, we ask that you take this recording, you use it to bless someone's day. You let us have a good time, you let us have a fruitful discussion. And you just let us have fun. And it's in your Son Jesus Christ's name I ask this. Amen. Okay, so I already got my souls back. Which they were just at the bottom of the ladder, which is very helpful. Anyways, so you were going to say something.
Yes, so about the apocalypse, I think that it helps them spit.
Wow, that took me a minute. Just wow.
That is all I had to say on the apocalypse. No, I'm sorry. Just,
Well, that's something.
well, the thing about apocalypse is that they're like human looking. No, okay, sorry. I'm veering off subject really
The
quickly.
very off subject. Which bonfire are you at, by the way?
First bonfire.
The very first one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So do you want my perspective on what is or is not the apocalypse, my predictions on it? What exactly do you want about the apocalypse?
So I thought it would be amusing to go through some of the varying versions of the apocalypse that have appeared in fiction, and then bring it back to what we think actually is the apocalypse and that kind of thing.
Like what the apocalypse will be?
Essentially, or what we think is
Okay.
basically what is real, what some realistic ones would be, and then what scripturally it says. I can't talk.
Okay.
But we'll start out with the one of the main ones, the zombie apocalypse.
All right, that is interesting that you bring that up because Matt over on the Random Christian Gamer had a comment or like a comment question of the day.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought that was very fitting.
Pretty much just gonna echo what I said. What I said is that I would probably just make my way to Montana because Montana has like nobody in all of Montana, and it has a lot of farmland. So I could utilize the space very well, and because there's not a lot of people there, I probably wouldn't have to fight a lot of zombies.
Okay. Interesting.
Never thought I'd be moving to Montana and owning a cattle farm, but here we are. The apocalypse has driven my hand.
So
Hey, I was able to pick up the
what do you
item
think of zombie apocalypses as a whole? Like the whole
as a whole.
concept.
So my perspective on the zombie apocalypse as a potential thing that could happen is that it has to happen within like the laws of nature. Ow. So because of that, like I don't think that there's zombies that are just completely like brainless, lifeless, nothingness. Something else would be piloting them. So like even in nature there is a parasite that
So
infects the
like,
brains of mice
yeah, I was gonna say
and
like, I think The Last of Us, their take on zombies was something similar, where it's a parasite.
the parasite just changes the way that their brain chemistry works. But I don't think that it would go to the point where it would make them an inhuman, just like mindless zombie, for lack of a better word. Watch out, PETA's gonna get this video banned. PETA, don't ban this video! Ow. Ow.
I don't know why I'm
How are you
not hitting
supposed to
this
fight
wolf.
this thing? I don't know. I would like you to, though. He's hitting me a lot. Bad dog.
So what do you think? Now, what about like, say, nuclear? If we had like a nuclear apocalypse, do you think that could lead to something like a
I
zombie
think that
outbreak or a creation
I
of a
don't think
zombie
so.
type creature,
While
just based
people
on
are,
nuclear radiation?
while people like humans are very resistant to environmental changes, they're very adaptive. I don't think that we can adapt to um, radioactivity. Otherwise, I would see people who are becoming more like we'd expect to see people more and more resistant to chemotherapy, right? Because humans naturally adapt to their environment, and that chemotherapy is literally
The item
feeding
over
your
here is
body
not worth it.
radioactivity. It's not worth it.
No, it's homing. It's a homeward bone.
Um, what just? Oh, I got shot. Ow.
Ow, he hit me behind him.
Yeah, I don't think that the radioactive apocalypse where it would create zombies, I don't think that that could happen. I just think that it stretches my suspension of disbelief too far. With
I mean, we don't technically know. Um, what would happen with like that much nuclear radiation?
we have a pretty good idea though.
I mean, it would most likely
Here,
just kill
you wanna come
everybody,
down here
but
where you're not gonna die? I can't see what's going on. There we go.
but after like a lot of years, I don't know. Like,
Chernobyl.
we wouldn't really have any basis for what would happen.
Well, so we do have Chernobyl, which was a power plant nuclear accident that happened.
Correct.
And it's still on a, you still can't go there. There's a lot of information, while I don't have a lot of it specifically because I didn't really think about it before you started talking about this, but there's a lot of information about what happened to people, and like a lot of them, like their livestock started growing two heads and things like that. It always led with them becoming damaged in one way or another to where they really couldn't exist anymore. Oh, I can backstab him. Didn't do anything, but I can do it. What was that item over there? Across the jump.
Don't remember right off the top of my head.
Fantastic.
I did not manage to get the crystal lizard for you. I tried.
Fantastic.
Now, Here's an interesting thought. Um, what if zombie? So, what if zombies weren't actually people? Like, weren't
So they're like a
the,
novel animal. Oh, I'm dead.
what if it's a different critter instead of a human?
I didn't get any bonfires. What do you mean?
So,
Like
like, they
with
would
the mice?
exhibit the same stereotypical tropes as a zombie, but it wouldn't be humans.
So like if it were like a dog that was a zombie instead.
Do you think that would be a more likely occurrence?
There is a parasite that does something similar to that, where it infects the minds of mice, like it infects the brains of mice,
Right.
and convinces them not to be afraid of cats, so that the cats then eat them, and then they exist in the cats to spread to more mice,
My
and
sign goes
so
back
like
down.
it exists that way. I don't know if it would get to the point where it's like that fungus is like, well, you need to eat something instead, because that or not fungus, sorry, parasite. That parasite only exists to cause death, not to eat something. Like it is to have the thing that's infected eaten. So it like kind of works backwards. It's like an inverse zombie.
Okay.
Um, do you mean like animals like or an animal that comes back from the dead and also wants to eat people, or go
So,
ahead.
like, we could talk about either like any specific version you want to talk about. It was a kind of more broad question.
I don't think that many things can come back from the dead. Um, in that sense. Um, because like I don't know exactly what number it is, but I know that humans can only live for like a certain amount of time if they were dead and then were revived. Like their whole body is completely functionally broken.
Right.
It's a very small amount of time, like where your brain just doesn't get oxygen anymore, and it either like severely mentally impairs you or it just flat out kills you. Um, there is like something in the animal kingdom that's kind of like that, where some animals can um they can revert to a younger state. Like they basically become a teenager again. Um, so like lobsters will revert to a like previous part of their life so that they can continue to live.
Interesting.
I don't think that it's something that most creatures are able to do, and it's not like zombieing. All it does is it just like they shed their shell to become a smaller kind of thing. Ooh,
Gotcha.
what do you get on me? Mustard.
So what do you think if it was like a biochemical weapon that was developed that exhibited
Um,
symptoms of like what a zombie would be?
that I don't think we're very far off of, because like the drug use is a really obvious one where people do that sort of stuff. Like they have almost zombie-like symptoms just because of the way that drugs absolutely destroy your brain. Um, do I think they're actually zombies? No, obviously they're still people, but um, they'll eat people. So I guess that's maybe the closest thing that we could get. Oh, this is gonna explode, isn't it? Yep.
I agree with most of that. I do think, in a theoretical sense, um, it might be a possibility of like the biochemical ones being a thing, or maybe like some bioengineered parasite or virus that controls corpses or something like that is
Yeah,
theoretically possible. Because I mean,
it can pilot people.
yeah, because like I'm fairly certain there's some like I think I remember there being something in the some kind of plant that could control critters.
There is, yes. again with the weird things that I know, a Samism, if we call it that. There is a fungus that infects the body of ants,
Oh, that's
and
where. Yeah, I'm like, I knew
yeah,
of it. I just didn't remember what it was right off the top of
it's
my
just like
head.
a mushroom basically a mushroom that grows on top of the ant, and then the ant goes back to its colony, infects the colony, that kind of thing. Um, Another obviously weird thing that I would know about though. That is another thing that kind of is a zombie, but like I think the ant is still alive
I'm not
as well.
100% sure how that works. So,
I don't either. But the thing is that like the complexity of an ant and the complexity of a human mind is so very very different.
oh, absolutely.
I can't see anything. I also don't know where my souls are. How did he hit you with that?
I apparently don't get hyper armor.
These guys.
Bye bye.
Whoops. Um. Yeah, my main perception is that they have to be dead in order to be a zombie, and most things just aren't dead when they're like that. That fungus, I guess, is probably a good candidate, and maybe if there was some sort of hybrid between that fungus and that virus, one that
Right.
pilots you, and then one that infects you. Whoa, hello. He apparently lived. Oh man, you almost didn't.
He killed. Did you get your
He's
soul?
gonna kill me too. I did. I'm dead. This tower is really hard to see.
Yeah, it's a very cramped space.
I keep getting caught like my camera that time was inside of him, so like he has like that little skirt thing, and I was inside the skirt, and I could not see anything, and then he punched me with a shield and I died. Round 3. I just want my souls back, man. But I'm not actually a biologist, so I don't know like if there's even a possible like fungal virus that can
Yeah,
exist
I'm not sure either, but at the
or
same
viral
time,
fungus.
I know that there's been a lot of biochemical weapons that have been developed over the years, and there's
Yeah.
no telling what someone could come up with. You know?
The thing is, it has to be within like the only way that I'm looking at it right now is that it has to be within the means that we have currently, and there's just not a technology like it. So like there
The
may
way I
be
kind of view it is it's a theoretical possibility
yes,
if they ever develop something that could do that.
yeah. My thing is that it's hard
In
to
current days, no. I
it's hard
highly
to
doubt
figure
it.
out a way that it could be done. And so because I don't know of a way that it could be done currently, it's hard to think of a way that it would be. No.
I was getting beat up.
Because like going back to humans again, like the way that a human's brain works isn't the same for anyone. So like with memory, um, the way that you and I will remember something, say like the color blue, when we look at the color blue and we're like, oh yes, this is blue, our brains remember it differently through a different firing sequence. Um, so like memory is neurons. So say like you have like literally billions of neurons in your brain, but like your neuron firing order, say it's like 1, 2, 3, and I remember blue as 1, 2, 3. You may remember blue as 3, 2, 1. Kind of thing. And even though we're remembering the exact same thing, our brains decided to remember it differently just based on the way that we learned about it. And so it's hard for a zombie to have that sort of memory for anything like that because that's not just the color blue, that's how you walk, that's how you breathe, that's how you talk, that's everything.
Right.
So I may remember how to walk by 2, 3, 1, but then you remember how to walk by 3, 1, 2. Except, like I said, it's billions, so like it's a massive number of hundreds of thousands of firings, but ow. Somebody stop him, he's beating me up. I'm getting eaten by a tree. Apparently this tree is alive.
Why would you get eaten by a tree?
Is it going to kill me?
That would be
I'm okay.
depressing.
I didn't even know that tree was alive.
It's so hard to tell some of the time.
I'm coming to save you. These guys are really strong. I don't want to fight them. We're just here for the slab, right?
I mean, the slab is nice.
It's just all the way at the bottom. And then back up. Hammer bro. So, while I'm not a biologist, the things that I do know about biology, it gives me a hard time finding a way to work around those problems.
Gotcha.
Nice.
This is a lot more sciencey than I think I thought it was going to be, but that's okay.
Well, if your viewers did not know, I am a massive, like, information nerd. My bosses actually started calling me Google because, like, you can ask me something, and not only do I probably know what you're talking about, but then I have information on it that you maybe haven't heard. Do you have any other options on how it could be a zombie apocalypse? How it could theoretically happen?
I think those are the most likely situations that I can think of. Other than that, I'm not sure with zombies specifically. Because the more you delve into it and like try to change it up, the less it becomes a zombie apocalypse, and it kind of
because
changes into a different kind.
Like the closest thing that I could think of is a microscopic robot that steals iron from your blood and creates more of itself to create you as a pilotable automaton.
I wouldn't consider that a zombie though.
But that's not a zombie anymore, right? Exactly. Like that's the way that I could think that you could bend someone to the will of the pilot.
Right.
Whether it's through a virus, a disease, whatever. That is the closest thing that I could think that it would be.
Okay.
I'm gonna go get my souls before I die again. But then, yeah, again, it's not a zombie anymore. That is something else. I just accidentally kicked the crystal lizard. He deserved it, though.
Well, that didn't work. I fell down the ladder.
You fell down the ladder?
Yes.
I'm gonna see if I could just get to the next bonfire.
That's probably a good choice.
Not fight these guys anymore, because these guys are terrible.
They're definitely kicking our butts.
Well, they're so strong.
Yes, they are.
Like, we're not strong enough to be in this area. Weird. Who would have thought? What an implication.
So that was all I had for zombies. If you want, I guess I could say if a theoretical zombie apocalypse did happen, my strategy would be find like a hardware store or a convenience store and bunker up in those.
And then hope that somebody comes to save you?
Well, no, but like you could, especially like if you did a Home Depot and you managed to get like seeds. No, they have seeds. You could just grow your own stuff in a Home Depot. You could eventually like work up the ground because they have all the tools, and then you have a lot of stuff to work with to defend yourself.
Yeah, you do have the resources that you would need, and it would require a lot less effort to get weaponry, equipment, things like that.
It'd be a faster method to get to something survivable.
Yeah. My Montana mentality is that I'm far away from zombies, so I don't have to defend myself that much. But then I also like I apply the logic that it's like they would have to they have to create energy for themselves still. So like they'd have to eat things on the way there. So even if they were like coming from all over the world to try to get to me, I would think that it would be very difficult for them to reach me if I'm that far away from people. Because it's not like they're driving cars or flying helicopters and planes. They're walking through the woods.
Right.
Okay, I am in the church now.
Oh, you're in the church
You want
now?
me to put,
Okay.
do you
Yeah.
want me to put my sign down?
I'm coming. Are you still human?
Yeah.
I'll put my sign down then. I'm not human at the moment.
KO.
So yeah, that's it for zombies as far as I got. Uh, now there is a couple other ones I know of that are we could talk about if you want.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of touched on it a little bit, but the other big one is the nuclear apocalypse. Apocalypse. And like what that would even look like. Because it's been done a couple of different ways in fiction. You know?
Yes.
So, like, there's the Fallout method of nuclear apocalypse, where everything's a wasteland now.
Yes.
And then I've seen some where the nuclear apocalypse, after a while, just makes everything regrow, and it's like a different world almost. And
So like
and
it destroys everything,
it
the
sends
environment, and
everybody
half.
back to the Stone Age, essentially. Is the concept I've seen.
I think he's still alive.
Out of those two, which one do you think would be more likely?
I think that with Fallout, like the radioactive damage would probably just completely destroy the environment. So I feel like Fallout is probably more accurate or realistic, whichever way you would like to look at it. I do think that you could also literally bomb yourselves back into the Stone Age, where you lose all information. I think that that becomes more and more realistic as time goes on, because people are more and more dependent on resources to remember things for them rather than learning them themselves. So like asking AI to solve all your problems rather than trying to resolve them yourself.
So technically,
creates...
we could achieve that effect with just an EMP.
Yes, but you also, with a nuclear fallout, that would create the Stone Age, like it would destroy the access of information. It would destroy... Oh, I'm dead. I just slid off a rock. Hey, look, a bonfire. There's a bonfire down here. Just because you destroy the source of information doesn't necessarily mean the information is gone. You have to destroy all versions of it. So, like, fortunately, we do still have a lot of books, which are physical, tangible, and much harder to destroy.
Theoretically.
Yes. We also have individuals who contain that knowledge themselves. And eventually, like, some knowledge is going to be lost over time.
Yeah. My world or your world?
I think... We'll do my world again. Why not?
Okay. Now, technically, the ones where I've seen that it, like, everything grows back and is different, that's like, those always take place like hundreds or thousands of years later.
Yes.
Which technically could be accurate. Things will probably eventually grow.
Yeah, it's just a matter of how things came to be in the first place, because they usually will follow that same pattern. So like while our world for instance is kind of easy to tell that sort of thing, because like the deserts that we have, like the Sahara Desert, was not always a desert. It used to be like a vibrant jungle land. Well, one of us is gonna go through. Um, Likewise, I actually suspect that um, the African rainforests at one time was the opposite, where it actually was a desert. I don't know. I don't have a lot of sources for why I think that, but it is logical, I swear. Go ahead. I didn't deserve the death that I took there. I stepped on a rock and it just slid.
That's the problem with this specific section right here. Is these roots are a pain in the butt to deal with. Yeah.
Um, we do know that like we used to have giant mushrooms, and we don't have giant mushrooms anymore. I was actually just watching a video on it not too long ago about one that like people found, just an enormous like, just gigantic mushroom, and they may have been like tree-like mushrooms. Ah,
Does not help if we decide to go at the same spot. Now.
on fire, on fire.
Ah, I'm being shot still.
Yeah, just ignore him. That's Greg. Now, is he gonna come bother us?
Yes.
We've got crabs to deal with. They're really hard to get rid of once you get them. Get it? Because crabs is body lice. Sad. Look how good at Dark Souls I am. Yeah, I think that the world could come back as another world altogether. I think that's possible. Is there a second crab?
Yep.
I've decided I don't want to fight these crabs. I am going to go play with the trees.
You're gonna go play with the trees.
Well, I hit that crab and I did like 100 damage. And so I'm gonna go play with trees.
They also spit frost.
Did you know that these trees can actually give birth? This one here is called Mother Teresa.
Hardy har har.
I'll let myself out. Where does the ladder descend? Is it right there, or do I have to kill all the trees?
That is a good question. Oh, it's up here.
Oh. I'm pretty sure I just missed that. Unless it does actually spawn after you kill that tree, or pick up the item or whatever. No, there's no way that I missed this ladder. It's right next to an item. The slab is up here. Ow. Please kill that tree. It's throwing fire at balls at me.
So I guess there's not as much to talk about with just straight up nuclear apocalypse.
It's basically just that you're probably going to be dead. That's
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what it is.
Now, here's some fun ones we can kind of touch base on. We kind of touched base on this, I think, in the very first episode of this we ever recorded. But, technology taking over.
Oh yes, AI.
Basically the plot of Terminator.
Where the computers gain sentience and take over the world.
And try to kill everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. There he is. The slab. I don't really think that can happen, just because I don't think that creation, something that is created, can ever be greater than the creator. So it can have the capacity to do the same things that we do, but I don't think that it can do anything better than we can. And like you can say that it accesses information faster than us because we are a multitude of people, whereas it's a single thing. But it still only accesses that information through things that we tell it exist. Yeah. So like, I don't think that it could happen. If it does happen, fortunately, robots are a lot more fragile than humans.
That
No,
and like
these boots.
the thing that always kills me with those is like we have EMPs. Wouldn't that
Yeah.
just automatically cancel out the threat?
I think I've decided I don't want to go down here, unless we're actually doing the DLC. But I don't want to do the
You don't
DLC.
want to do the DLC. Well, what were we doing?
The slab.
No, I meant what were we doing before that we decided to do this instead?
We killed Yorm on my world.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I think I needed to go
Sorry, I had a
see
sneeze.
if Gray Rat
You
is
had to go
there.
see if you could get Gray Rat. I guess I'll come down to see you. Yeah, I mean, EMPs can damage electronics. I'm sure that there's ways to shield it so that it can't damage electronics. It seems like a really hard thing, like a hard problem to resolve, where EMPs just always destroy electronics, but I think that you probably could make it so that it doesn't. Either with a shielding device or possibly a counter, some sort of counter electromagnetic pulse.
Maybe.
I don't know. It's an interesting thought project.
Yeah, because I'm like, even if computers like were to like start developing military to try to fight, I feel like there's a lot more options for us to counter that than there is threat from it. You know?
Yeah. If we're having trouble with the big guys, can't wait to fight one of these. Oh my goodness. There's some incredible damage there. At least you can flatten him.
I missed this weapon.
Yeah, in short, I don't think that technology will ever be better than the designer of the technology.
I would agree.
This
I
guy,
don't think it's a viable. I don't think it's gonna ever be enough of a threat to warrant the end of the world.
yeah. I think that it's possible that it will lead to the destruction of the internet. I think that the interconnected system that we have might collapse because of it. Because I don't know if you've actually seen, this is a conspiracy theory, that 80% of well, the conspiracy says 80%. I don't say 80%. But 80% of the content that is online that you see is bot generated. Like the profiles on Facebook, 80% of them are just not real.
Interesting.
The people that you see interacting with like channels and groups and pages, they don't actually exist, and it's just put there to make it seem like it's a real thing, which I don't think is real, but I could see something like that happening where the internet is full of things that think that they're real but that are not.
You know, dealing with those was surprisingly easy. We usually have a hard time.
Yeah. Because we're pros. I cannot fit through that window.
Are there any
Get back,
specific
snap that.
apocalypse stuff you want to talk about? Or that you find
What time are
mildly
we at? I think
intriguing?
we have about 20 minutes left, right?
I don't know.
Because we can talk about what our predictions for what the end of the world is going to look like.
Sure. I don't know if I ever gave that part of it any thought, but we can talk about it.
Excuse you. Watch out, he's sick. So I think that the end of the world is going to be something like you see this woman dressed in scarlet sitting on a dragon. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I'm not kidding, but I am kidding. I think that the end of the world is mostly just going to be the world itself is no longer sustainable. Like the physical body that is Earth will just not be able to exist in the state that we want it to exist in. Like that we can live on it. Whether that means from our own personal destruction or just natural destructions.
Interesting.
And there's a lot of different ways that I could say I expect it to happen. So like one of the biggest ones that I think is going to play into effect is environmental like catastrophes, mostly because of Earth's rotation slowing down.
So natural disasters.
Yes. I was watching a video earlier today about how we figured out that hurricanes are becoming more frequent. And the reasoning that they had for why, in this particular instance, it was in relation to a hole in Belize, like a massive pool that's like 100 and something feet deep, I think it was, or 1,000 something feet deep. Don't remember. They took the sediment layers from it, and they were able to record when there was event layers, which they believe were hurricanes. Which I assume, the video wasn't about that, so I don't know for certain, but I assume that the event layers probably were consistent with
I'm dead.
recorded history with hurricanes. You're dead.
Yeah, I went to go play with the crows. I had no Estes, so.
Gonna go see if I could open the door.
Okay.
Make my way back around. And we'll get you that titanite slab. Oh, there's a problem. It's locked. There's a problem.
I think you have to pull the lever in the church with the crows.
Yes. Yes. The lever is what was locked. I tried to pull the lever and it said it's locked.
Oh, the lever was locked? I don't remember that.
I'm pretty sure it's because the dude that's outside the church, I didn't kill him. So I will fast travel to the church. What is your expectation for how the world's going to end? My sign is down.
I do think it'll probably be natural disasters. Because, like, especially depending on what happens, because, like, Yellowstone
Yes.
is a volcano.
Super volcano.
There's a super volcano. If that ever erupted, that would already be fairly cataclysmic.
Yes. Supposedly, the last time it erupted was like 60,000 years ago, which, while I don't believe that, the system still tracks. I'm looking it up just to make sure that I have the numbers right. Yeah, it says that the last eruption was 640,000 years ago, which, while I don't actually believe in that much time having existed, um, their so my perspective is their metrics are correct, but their numbers are wrong, right?
Yeah.
And so while I don't think that those numbers are correct, I think that the metric that they use to measure that sort of thing is like the system. And it's not of any concern. Because it's like, I already closed this tab, but it's like 640,000 years ago it erupted, but then it's not supposed to, it only erupts like every 600 million or something like that, or 60 million years. So again, while I don't believe that those numbers are correct, because I think that they use a poor metric, I think that the metric is correct. The way they got their answers is right, but the answers are wrong. That's the simplest way to put it.
But yeah, I'm like, so we have enough like volcanoes and volcano chains that if they ever all erupted at the same time, it could be the end of the world.
But there has to be a reason for that. Right?
Yes.
Because they don't just erupt just because they felt like it. It's not like the volcano felt a little spicy today and he's like, boom.
Well, sometimes it does
Goodbye,
seem
Pompeii.
like it. Because we don't always know the reasons for it, so.
Yeah.
But like with between the Ring of Fire,
Where's the archer? The Ring of Fire. And one ring to rule them all.
But yeah, between like the Ring of Fire and
The Duel of Fates.
the super volcanoes we have, like Yellowstone, I do think there is enough potential destructive energy on the planet that it could kind of spell the end of the world.
Yeah. I definitely think that there's enough to destroy the world. I don't expect that it will happen. Anytime soon, anyway.
Well, we can, I can think of one time that it would potentially happen. And that kind of brings us into our final part of this discussion train. What it says in scripture about the end of the world.
A woman clad in scarlet. Sitting on a dragon. Waiting to eat the baby. Real thing in the Bible, by the way. In Revelation. But yeah, I agree that that's probably how it's going to happen.
Yeah, I believe that after the rapture,
So you're a pre-trib.
What? Sorry, the tree was yelling in my ear.
You're a pre-tribulation Christian, not a post-tribulation Christian.
Ow. Well, I don't really know what to expect, to be honest. I don't think there was anything specifying when exactly things would happen, so.
There isn't really. I've seen arguments for both sides of it that, well, the science says it's this, the science says it's this. I disagree. I don't think that. Sorry, not science. The book, the Bible, Revelation, says this. But I don't agree that either side is correct. I also think that it's irrelevant because there's no amount of preparation that you could ever do to prepare for the rapture,
Yeah,
and
well,
like have
especially
it
with
be.
like the Lord's return, it specifically says you're not gonna know when it's going to happen.
Yeah,
Um,
I've seen a lot of stuff about that too, stuff with Israel and things like that.
yeah, there's been a lot of theories that the end times are encroaching, but we don't know for certain. We will never know for certain.
No one knows, or do they? Da, da, da. No, they don't. Um, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think that it matters whether they're pre-trib, post-trib. I remember that being a huge point of contention in a church that I was in at one point, where like some people were like, "Well, we have to. The Christians have to be gone beforehand because God wouldn't let His chosen people have this problem." Like, but the Bible doesn't say one way or the other whether it's correct or not. So,
Yeah, exactly.
like,
It's not, and it doesn't really matter.
no.
That was not the point. But I do believe that, kind of like how with the flood, it says the founts of the deep broke open.
Yes.
I think something like that could happen again with the end of the world.
More than likely, I would expect the same. Um, we're not really sure what is the core of the Earth. It's believed to be lava. It might not be. We don't really know for certain.
I've heard
Um,
a couple different thoughts, like that the core of the world is solid. It's
that
like
there
a,
is no like liquid core.
yeah. I've heard both that there's a liquid core and that there's a not liquid core, and I'm like,
I mean,
it doesn't really matter what the core is.
yeah. No,
It
it's
ain't gonna change how I live.
yeah. Or will it?
Dun, dun, dun.
Because if it's molten metal, I do like metal.
That was a lot of damage. What is that
Yeah,
item in the
biggest take.
middle? I don't ever
I don't
remember.
remember. I think it's a spell actually.
I don't even remember how to get onto that.
I think you drop down from the upper area, but you have to like go around a weird pathway to get to it.
That sounds about right.
Hello, Croman. Did that not do any damage?
It did a blurb.
Fortunately, he has 0 poise because he's not wearing armor.
That and I stagger things because I have big bunk weapon.
My hammer does not care about your poise.
I'm still missing some Titanite chunks.
I am too. There was no chunks in here, but there is the slab. So that's
Something. I mean, we can get it to max when we get the chunks we need.
I mean, we could go kill Osiris.
We could. It's a pain in the butt, but we could.
Yes, it is. I think we're. Oh no, actually, never mind. I think we still have. Well, I think we still have like 10 minutes.
I could check real quick.
I'm going to Kamikaze.
We got 6 minutes.
Oh, we only have 6 minutes. What a disappointment.
Was there anything forward that I should pick up?
I didn't find anything. I figured that if we're going to be doing this DLC, we're probably going to be coming back here, and now we're at the same bonfire.
Yeah, fair enough.
That was how I felt about it. Do you attack? Do you attack? Oh no, I'm being poisoned. He's got a bellyache. Oh, I'm being toxic. Oh no.
What is dying, by
Stop.
the way? Something keeps dying.
I don't know. Ow, he bit me.
Oh, it's the big crow killing things.
Well, that's nice of him. I have died of toxic. Oh no, League of Legends has finally gotten to me.
Oh my gosh.
Low-hanging fruit, I know.
So yeah, that was that discussion for the day.
Yes.
It was a
That's the
kind
way
of fun
what we have learned.
discussion.
Oh, I love talking about things. I mean, we got into some serious science. I was not expecting to talk about neuroscience and a fungus that I can't remember the name of.
Yeah.
But we did.
But we did. If you guys did enjoy, leave a like for us. It would be appreciated. And make sure you subscribe so you can keep up to date with these videos. Make sure you go check out Sam's channel over at Ninja Spaghetti. Got fun stuff over there.
Yes, we do.
A little more structured nonsense as opposed to our blabbing.
Very high effort stuff.
Yes. That's about all I got for you guys. You want to say anything, Sam?
And that's all, folks. Insert woodpecker laugh, because I'm not going to do that right now.
Fair enough,
Yeah,
I suppose. Alright. With that, we'll catch you guys next time.